And of course, Twitch just doesn't want to work. Why would it? Why would it? Genuinely? Why would you want to work Twitch? Why would you ever want to work? Can we please enable two-factor authentication to get your stream key? It is enabled. Twitch. Twitch. Oh my god. Why does Twitch say enable two-factor? Even though I already have. You literally should be working. Edit two-factor. Does this fix it? Why? Twitch. Work. Oh my god. Why? Why? I don't understand. Disable. No. Why? I don't understand. Why is Twitch not working? Twitch is asking for two-factor even though I set it up already. Whatever. I'll just log out of my account and then back in. Hopefully that works. We're gonna just like modify this. I don't get it. Why does this say two-factor isn't enabled? I'll enter my password. Can we... Two-factor is now disabled. Enable two-factor authentication. Enter my phone number. There we go. I don't want to use the Authenticator app. There we go. Please enable two-factor authentication to see your stream key. Dude. It's nice the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pre-release, which means I retire from Lorwyn completely undefeated at the IGS and won a box in the Arena Direct. Nice. For some reason, I'm not allowed to go live to Twitch right now. I don't know why it's... Okay, I don't know why it's even telling me to obtain my stream key. Please enable two-factor authentication to enable or to obtain your stream key. But I have it. Re-verify your phone number or refresh the security setting. Bro. 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 Whatever, I'm gonna get the Authenticator app, I guess. Hello, Mystic. I am really confused because for some reason Twitch is not letting me go live, and I don't get why. Microsoft Authenticator. Yay. This is just how I wanted to start the stream, by downloading an app on my phone and trying to get two-factor verification working. Why is there a code? No, no. I'm scanning this QR code. I guess this works. Is that how that works? There we go. Two-factor is fully enabled. And it's not giving me my stream key. Why? Twitch, your platform sucks. I don't understand. Can we please function? Two-factor. Why? I'm so confused. Why is Twitch asking for two-factor before I can get my stream key, even though I've already enabled two-factor? Because of a browser session timeout, a new login, or to verify your identity before accessing sensitive data like your stream key. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. Hey, Andy. Why is Twitch not working? I'm so confused. I'm just going to be sitting here troubleshooting this for the next 4 hours. Can Twitch please work? Sounds like your account got touched. There's no way. What's with Twitch stream? It keeps asking for me to enable two-factor authentication, even though I've already enabled two-factor authentication. I'm so confused. Welcome to the Streamer Community Survey. What is this? It's asking me to do a survey? Do we want to fill out the Twitch community survey together? Is that what we want to do? I don't want to give away, like, information, so I don't know if I want to show the dashboard. Contact support, maybe? Am I really gonna have to contact support just so I can stream? I don't wanna socialize. Chat permission. Wait, what? Off. Why is... I'm so confused. Oh my god. That's what you get for using your password is 1234. Okay, password 1234 is a great password. Don't make fun of me. And my password is legitimately just a random string of numbers and letters. I take my cybersecurity seriously unless it's my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel has like the weakest password out of anything I have. And it's one of the most important passwords to me. I'm so confused. Do I need to, like, clear cookies or something? Verify your email address. I could... Okay, but it was working yesterday and I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed anything. Oh my god. Isn't Twitch's front page, like... decided in an Excel spreadsheet? Twitch sucks, man. I hate Twitch. I hate Twitch. My phone number is confirmed, my email is confirmed, literally all of this stuff should be working. Dude. Start the stream, please. Please. I don't Wow. Okay, I've been here for 10 minutes, just trying to get this working. This isn't the first time this has happened, it's the first time it's lasted over like 3 minutes. Okay. Two-factor authentication is set up, but Twitch says paste the thing. Try logging out and back in. I already tried that. Clear the browser cache. Fine. I'll clear the browser cache. Hunter, what's your top 3 fruits? Watermelon. Apples, bananas. Probably. Okay. Clear the browser cache. Oh my god, an orphan is gonna get it, I swear to god. Pears are goated. I don't really eat pears a ton, honestly, but I think pears are a pretty good fruit. I'm... My foot is gonna go through my monitor. Why? Contact Twitch support. You can submit a ticket here. Oh my god. Really? Really? You're gonna make me contact Twitch support? This is why we install both Firefox and Chrome. Nope, I'm using Chrome. I'm not learning another browser. It's too much effort. It's too much effort. Category, what category even is this? Twitch, it's not suspension of warning, it's not submit feedback, privacy, legal, general, account / login issues, subcategory, two-factor, detailed category. No, two-factor is working, your website just doesn't think it is. Edge is a tertiary backup. Nobody uses Edge. If I could curb stomp Edge, I would. If I could rip it out of my computer, I would. Edge sucks. Edge is horrible. Nobody likes Edge. And my channel points tab is still black. That's great. Oh my gosh. Why? Please. Refresh the creator dashboard. I already closed the tab. Contact you. I don't know what to even put this under. Streams, broadcasting, detailed category, two-factor verification issues for stream key. Okay. I verified. No, I need to submit a ticket. I have two-factor enabled, but I can't stream and it won't show me my stream key. I just get met with quotes. That's the Twitch support link. I need to go back to my page. This has happened before, but it's never lasted longer than like 2 seconds. I should put this here. I have two-factor enabled, but I get an error but I get this message. Copy this. please fix. Date of birth, February 21st. What? Why is... okay. Why does it make you select the year like that? I'm so confused. How do I even enter the year? How do I enter the year? You know, I'm just gonna enter it manually. I don't know why they're giving you a garbage chart like that. What is your current IP address? I don't know, man. I ain't doing all this. That's so much effort. Twitch is just gonna have to bite the bullet on that one. You know what? Twitch, you can take that L. I don't care. Why don't you get it on your phone and email it to yourself or something? What do you mean? I'm just not... it's like not letting me stream. And I don't know why. It's a complete mess. Stream announcements here. Add everyone. Whatever. Yep. Twitch is broken for some reason. Don't know why Twitch is broken, but you know what? I'm too lazy to fix it. One last try. Yep, it failed to connect. Whatever. Alright, let's actually get to, you know, programming the video game. I don't exactly know where to begin. I think a good first step is to make a card. So I imported the images. They're a bit large. So like this blue bound shows the size your screen is gonna be. I should make this the main scene. So when we click this, select why is it we do main. What? I'm so confused. What just happened? Play. Why is it doing this one? It's trying to save this scene as the main scene. Don't save. I don't care about that one. I care about this one. Great. Now we can put images in here. This is not going to look good at all. Yeah, it's just a piece of a card. Oh, wait. This image is in the resolution of the window. Okay, by far one of the most annoying things about game design is just how much, like, technical stuff you have to deal with. Because like, I can deal with it, but dealing with, like, resolution seems really annoying. Let's just make this guy here. So the very first thing I want to do is just make a game object for this goofy goober. The dwarf miner. And he needs to be significantly smaller, because right now his scale is just massive. I don't know how big makes sense for a card. We could do like 0.5? Or 0.05? That's not incredibly tiny. Let's try and save this. I should go cards and probably give it its own thing. Let's name it. Let's just go dwarf miner scene. Okay. I should probably give it its own folder as well. I want to keep my game as organized as possible when it comes to the actual programming, because I'm bad at programming. So I need to make sure this is as clean as possible. So we're going to put all the dwarf miner stuff in his own folder. Right there. Great. So now we have a node with a sprite. Can I just take this and drag it in here? I can. How big is that? Oh. Ah, there we go. Wait, let me get this straight. You guys, you can't... Why can't... Why is Godot like this? Hold up. Hold up. Wow. Okay, I don't think Godot was designed to be like streamed like this, because on OBS the window capture goes to the actual, like, engine, but not the debug window where I, like, actually am gonna be looking at the game. Okay, I'm putting the music on my second monitor. You know what, I'm even putting Steam on my second monitor. I'm putting everything on my second monitor. Is anything even on my main monitor other than just Godot? I need to make sure Google's the same. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Can I go live on Twitch yet? I can! I'm so confused! Why? Bruh. Why? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. I wasn't able to go live on Twitch. And then it just suddenly lets me. Congratulations, I guess. Yeah, you know what? Confetti. Confetti. It's like, you know what? There we go. You know what? It's fine. Whatever. Never mind. It works. It's fine. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. I was doing a challenge where I was studying till you stream. That seems painful. So this is supposed to happen when I click the play button. You're supposed to get this little window that we can see. It doesn't actually get bigger. I need to add a... Wait, how do you even go about changing the resolution of this? Can I change the... Okay, I'm worried I'm going to open, like, File Explorer, and you guys are going to see, like, a picture of my ID or something. Can I make this just capture Godot's main window? And then you... Why is it down? I'm so confused. And now you guys are blind again. Can you guys open your eyes? Quite good card design. Did you make it? I made this up completely on my own. I took zero inspiration from any other card games. I didn't even draw the background yet. I kind of forgot about that. Whatever. I plan on trying to think of a system that makes it so I can switch around card prints really easily, because the gold coin token, you can definitely tell... Okay, it's still worse on OBS. You can definitely tell that there is like a face on there and it says punch, but you kind of have to squint, and when it's small, you just can't. You just can't at all, which is pretty miserable. So I'm probably gonna redraw that, or like make certain parts of it way more exaggerated, I guess. I don't know. It sucks, and I want to make it better. But for now, these are fine, because I want to get the actual card game mechanics programmed in, and then I can hyper-focus on the graphics and not have to worry about actual implementation. And knowing what you have to do for the graphics is really nice. And I need to know how the game is going to work before I can actually, like, properly think about how to go about, dealing with the graphics. So the way that Godot works is you have a node, and then you can make instances of that node. So this is just a copy of this node. So what I can do, and the reason that I didn't put any text on this, is I can add a control node, a label. Bam. And now we have a label. So I'm gonna make this health 5, let's say, and then save it. So now on every instance of the card, there is a 5 right there. I do want to do some stuff to this because it looks a little wonky. It's been a while since I've done anything in Godot, so it's gonna take me a little while to get the hang of everything again. If you want the face to show up, swap it with a darker color. I guess brown will do. Yeah. I'll figure it out later, though. For now, I just want to figure out the basics of the game. So we can have one label for the health, and then one label for the damage, and you can edit these labels in a script. I should probably make a script for this now. Just dwarfminer.gd, yeah, that works. Are these underarms of a person? Huh? What do you mean? And what I can do, I forget how you do it. It's not visibility. Texture, order, nope, it's not a view. I know there's something here. Is it theme overrides? Is it... It's somewhere here. I know it's somewhere here. Font outline. There we go. It doesn't have an outline. Why does it not have an outline? I want to give it an outline. Oh, is there font sizing? Is that something that I have to edit somewhere? I want to edit the font size so it's better, because what I did was I changed its scale. But I think that's worse than changing the font size, so let's just make it like 15 pixels. Yeah, that works. I want to add a border to it, but I cannot remember how. I want to try and do this with as little Googling as possible. It's going to drive me insane if the numbers aren't like properly centered, though. Although it locks pretty well to the grid, so... It should be fine. Somewhere in here, I think it's in theme overrides. There's this. How do you change the outline thickness? Filter properties. If I do outline, can I find it? Constants. Outline size. There we go. Kind of want to make it colored so it's uniform with the rest of the card. But there we are. And now when we open the game, it has the number. It looks a little small on this window. Yeah, that's not great. How do you change the window size? Oh, you guys can see the window. It's like it looks very small. You can't even see the number. Okay. Yeah, dealing with scale in games is probably one of the most annoying things. I'm going to disable the display capture for a second and go into project settings because I want to find... Zoom in. Here you go. Have the guy. Project settings. Can I go resolution? Global illumination. Okay, I'm just going to Google it because I'm lazy. How to edit the resolution of the debug window in Godot. Adjust the viewport width and project settings. Gotcha. Viewport. Window. There we go. There we go. Okay. 1920 by 1080. Close. There we are. Okay. It seems like a miner showing his underarms. I mean, yeah, he's putting his like hands behind. I did the flights react face because there's a guy dying in the background that I didn't fully draw. I need to make some, like, actual, like, gold in this card. He just looks like a goober. Which I guess is fine, but, like, kind of want this game to have some seriousness to it. Okay, let me name these labels. This will be health. That is not how you spell health. And this one will be damage. Bam. There we go. And right here, I can get rid of you and just change this to 2. Great. Now we can save, and every instance of this card should... Can I... Wow, they're all layered. That's not how you do that. Bam, bam. I bet this will look so goofy. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, my first real game is gonna look so goofy, but yeah, we got an army of dwarves. And when I open the game window, and you guys can see it, it's 7. Why is it? Why is the resolution wrong still? I changed it. I changed it. Oh, it literally has a speed up thing. What if I change 3D? Eh? What? Disable game input and allow to select no 2D controls and manipulate the 2D camera. Uh-huh. Very interesting. Okay, it's 1792 by 1008. Project settings. It's supposed to be this. Why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? What? Is there a limit to how big it can be? Oh wait, stretch to fit. Aha, it needs to make a room for the top. Keep aspect ratio. I see. I see. Make a game on next play. Make game workspace floating on next play. What? What if I do this? All I care about is having the window be the size of my entire screen. I feel like these cards are a little small. I can make them bigger. I need to study MTG Arena and see how exactly they do cards. Whatever, I'm keeping the settings at default until I know what to do with them. And I can edit the Dwarf Miner's scale. I think I want to actually make both of these. And I ruined it. What did I do? Oh god. No, no, no. Okay, can I move the entire thing? I can't. Okay, I need to figure out the scale before I do anything else. Let me make it 75. And then up the numbers, font size. Okay, let me just save this and then see how it looks. On the big window, nice and visible. This can work for now. Okay, let me fix the numbers. I want to make them... Okay, I'm cutting both of these because I want to make them the numbers tied to the Dwarf Miner as a card. So I want to make them children of this node. There we go. And you know what, I'll just do that. Bam. Now we can go health for you. And damage for you. Let me take health 5. Is it? It's really tiny. Wow. The scale is inherited, isn't it? No. Okay. I'm gonna undo that. Okay, health 5. Let me just up the font until it's the right size. Fonts, nope, font size. Can't you just use layers and screenshot it? Oh, I don't want to do that. Like, the thing is, I need the number to be editable, which is why I didn't put it on the actual card, and I thought the same thing for card text. Because I could write a 5 there, but then I'm going to have to write each number that it could be. And because of the way the game is going to work, those could be a lot of different numbers. Please. How big do I need to make this? Is 200 pixels enough? That still looks small. You know what? 300. That works actually pretty well. Okay, font size being 300, I guess, makes sense. Like, having labels as a game object that I can edit freely in a script is something I want. Theme overrides font size. There we go. I'm gonna remember where everything is eventually. I've made, like, some stuff in Godot in the past, but I really have no clue what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at this card. Oh my god. It's so beautiful. Clearly a 2-5. Let me actually give the numbers a nice border. What is it called? Outline. I just need to type outline into here, and then I can find it. Font outline, constants, font size, 15 pixels. That sucks. Let's do more. Is 90 pixels too much? I don't... is 90 pixels too much for the border? I think it's fine. I can change it if I don't like it later. There we go. Now let's save you and go on the main. Bam. You can tell that it's a 2-5. Okay. There we go. Great. Now what? Okay, so you're the professional game developer, right? Can you tell me how to do anything at all? I should probably also do the name while I'm here. Name. Let me just grab this. I want its formatting to be the same for everything. The name might be a little small on the written card. On MTG Arena, the card text is like so jarringly large to me. But now I'm realizing that it may be like mandatory to make cards readable. Like if you look at the like text size between an MTG Arena card and a normal Magic the Gathering card, it is a massive difference. But it kind of has to be that way. So if I just put this here and then constants outline, put you 45. And have the name just have a different formatting. The name isn't like super important though. And the cards can still be viewed close up because I can edit the scale of these nodes individually to make them like 2 times. Let me put this node to the top. That's the bottom. They load in inverse order. Yeah, let me literally just make them like not 5 times bigger. 4.5 times bigger. 4 times bigger. There we go. There we go. And if I click play, it gets cut off because my screen resolution is lying to me and it's not 1920 by 1080 because why would it be? Why would anything in my life go right? Okay. Bam. Yeah, I could make it so when you like hover over the card, it comes up really big like, and then the name will be perfectly readable. The numbers will be obvious from far away. Or I could do what MTG Arena does and have the cards be like compressed when they're down, because what MTG Arena has is just like the card image and then the numbers. And all the card text in this box only appears when you hover over it. So I could make like a version of every card that's just like the box that has the art and the numbers. That is an option. I don't know if I want to do that yet. There's a whole lot of stuff that I gotta figure out. Let's just make it Dwarf Minor. And there we go. Alright, do I want to make this font slightly smaller? It's going kind of towards the top, and I don't know if I like that. I can do this, I think, and that's good. Bam. It's going to be very scuffed in the beginning, but I'm hoping that I can polish games more as I get better at this. Rules. And now I'm going to put it here. When Dwarf Miner enters the battlefield, create a gold coin token. And I want to do that. And then this, I guess. No. This. And then center the text. I want to send you some references. Where can I send them? I have the Discord open on my second monitor. You can just put it in art, I guess. Let me just close that, okay. Game dev is a very slow process. Make a preset. Middle? Nope. That's not how that works. Okay, how do I make the text actually center? There we go. When Dwarf Miner enters the battlefield, create a gold coin token. That rules text works. Can I edit the font size to be back to 300 like the health and damage? That's way too big. 250. 200. That's also big. Let me just do 150. Bam. There we go. That works. When Dwarf Miner enters the battlefield, create a gold coin token. Now I want to add card type. And we can do that as this line. Creature, dwarf, peasant. I'm gonna make a stupid spelling mistake at some point and look like a massive idiot. And I'm gonna get screwed over because the actual names of these are gonna matter a lot in the future. And the spelling is gonna screw me over. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen soon though. I can deal with it later. Outline 45, that's not right. 45. Dwarf miner. No, that is just a normal miner. Bam. Control S. Show me what you got. Creature, dwarf, peasant. It's not centering, which is a bit annoying. Can I change its position by half a pixel? Layout, transform, position. Negative, does 75 work? That's up. I need to move it down. Negative 60. There we go. I want to get a good template going, because then I can take the template and easily make a lot of cards. Oh wait, that shows everything when I'll tab. Why did I have to do this on my main monitor, bro? I don't want you guys to be able to see this stuff, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure that no bad information is going to be there. I'm closing the Discord. I'm trying not to, like, show my home address by accident. I'm really hoping that I can do that. Okay, Dwarf Miner. Right there. Okay. Let's make it just 1x scale. And the cards are supposed to look like this. That looks very bad when the text is all crunched. Okay. I might have to do the MTG Arena approach where it's just the art. That could make more sense. Yeah, now that I think about it, that's what most digital card games do, don't they? Because I'm thinking... Hold up, let me just on my second monitor. Hearthstone... Hearthstone card... Do Hearthstone cards, when they're on the battlefield, have their text visible? Because text just looks bad when it's tiny. You have to zoom in before it looks eligible, which makes sense because of how tiny it is. It's just going to get, like, bit crunched into an oblivion. You know, while the art is still, like, recognizable from afar. So you're kind of forced to not put text on cards when they're going to be small. Because even like this, it's already jarring to see creature, dwarf, peasant like this. It does not look right. You know what? I think it's fine. I think it's very fine. You know what? Yeah, we can live with it. We can live with it. Okay, let's cut all of you. You don't matter. The scooper. If I close you, it's this. Gotcha. Okay. I'm trying to do my best to remember what absolutely everything is. I need to put a line halfway down on the screen, but it's going to be off. I don't get why this window is 1908 by 1008. It's not 1920 by 1080, it's just off. And increase the text size then. I think you should increase the card size to show up the text. The thing is, like 5 cards being on the same board is like expected. Your average game will probably have more than this. So that already looks like this with the cards being this size, and you're gonna have to have a hand that's here, your deck probably here, as well as your graveyard. So it's not exactly ideal to have the cards be bigger. If anything, they need to be smaller. I'll probably need to study MTG Arena numbers so it makes more sense, but for now, we can just keep it. Because I want to figure out just base game mechanics first. So, can I put... Okay, let me just make a script. I understand the situation, but on the stream we cannot see the text. Yeah. That's the problem. You're just gonna have to kind of like remember what the card does. Because I think MTG Arena has the right solution. The card is tiny when you play, but if you hover over it, you're gonna get a version of the card that appears on your screen that is just massive and takes up like half your screen so you can read it properly. Like, imagine you hover over this, and then this version appears, which you can easily read. I feel like that makes the most sense, and then I can just get rid of the text on this card and make it look nice. I already have the art done, and I have it all on different layers, so I can make a version of this card that just doesn't have the text and stuff on it. Oh, now it's 1920 by 1080. What changed? What changed? What? I didn't do anything. Why did you change? No, 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 no. Okay. When the node enters for the first time, and every frame this gets called. Okay. Let me just try to remember how programming works. Just try. Okay. Okay. There we go. So, I'm not sure what makes the most sense when it comes to setting up a card game. How do we actually begin? I feel like in a card game, one of the first things you have to deal with is your hand. So, do we just... You know what? Yeah, let me do that first. Because I do not want cards to exist before the scene starts. Shuffling the deck. We don't even have a deck, bro. Okay, maybe we should make it a deck. We should make a deck. We should make a deck. Okay. Let's just variable. Actually, how do you set up arrays? I don't even remember. How do arrays work? Let me open the Godot docs. Hold up. Let's learn. Project. Nope. We go help. Where is the Godot docs? Where's the link to the Godot docs? Where is it? It's somewhere up here. Online documentation. There we go. What's on the back of the card? I mean, it's a 2D image. There isn't a back of it. I haven't come up with a design for the back of cards yet, actually, now that you mention it. And also, the cards are square. I don't know how I feel about square cards. What did I do? Oh, God. What is this? Debug session closed. Oh, because I had 2 scripts. Why is it giving me... Yeah, like, real cards are curved on the edges. My cards are not curved on the edges. So, kind of a bit jarring. I might change that in the future, but, I'm just gonna leave it as is for now. I'm just gonna do everything in the jankiest way that I can think of easily, and then later I can make it look good. For now, we're just gonna make the game. And then later, we can actually worry about fixing the game. And if you have the deck, you need a back design for it. Yeah, we do need to make the back of cards at some point. Let me just open the Godot docs real quick. Search the doc. I need arrays. How do arrays get programmed? Strict typing, script. What do I even type? Interesting. Okay, let me bring this over for you guys. Fake it till you make it. We're not even faking it. We're just gonna do the worst job possible. I'm honest about my incompetence. Yay, programming time, confetti. Okay. So, I'm a bit unsure what I'm even looking for. How do I go about storing a list of nodes with multiple instances? And making copy... Does that even make sense to do first? What happens if you put in quotes the word? Does that refer to the node? Okay, let's just read. Specify the element type of an array. To define the type of an array, enclose the type name in brackets. An array type applies to for loop variables as well as some operators like brackets. Brackets equals, assignment, and addition. Array methods such as pushback and other operators such as equal equals are still untyped. Built-in types, native and custom classes and enums may be used as element types. Nested arrays like array and are not supported. Gotcha. Bye, Melon Lover. Okay. Since Godot 4.2, you can also specify a type for the loop variable in a for loop. For instance, you can write variable names, then you have a list of names. And then for names, string in names. I don't understand what this is supposed to do. Oh, it would check the input. So if you type John, it would check how many Johns are in the array. Gotcha. What I don't understand is how you go about making instances of nodes. Can I reference them in a script easily? Because if I go here, and then if I'm like, variable, does this work? Or do you need to make an array separate? Okay, so it's the word you want to represent it, and then a colon. Okay, variable. What are we naming it? Just, I guess just deck makes sense. Brackets array. And how do you use, okay, you brackets. So if I drag, wait, it has stuff in the brackets, in node item. Gotcha. Not sure what item actually means. But why is Twitch chat not working? Wait, is StreamerBot not connected to Twitch? StreamerBot isn't connected to Twitch. No. Have I... Puncher, if it's okay, can I postpone your gifted emote? Sure, that's perfectly fine. Hello, Clayton. Hello, Lev. Okay, for some reason, StreamerBot decided not to tell me that Twitch chat exists, because, you know, it's the best. Do not show my password! Do not show my password, please! Logged in successfully. There we go. Can't read in chat today, good luck with that. I'm reading chat. I'm reading chat. Why is this not working? Partially connected to Twitch broadcaster. Why? No. Connect. Fully. Connect fully. YouTube. Why is it not working? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why has everything been going wrong back to back to back with Twitch? Twitch function. Partially connected Twitch broadcaster. I'm closing StreamerBot. I'm closing StreamerBot fully. Okay. Open StreamerBot. Please, with a cherry on top. Function properly. Partially connected to Twitch Connect. Connected fully. Okay. I can understand Twitch chat now. Let me test. Let me test. Oh god, I feel like I've been neglecting my children. Okay, it works now. It works now. There we go. I feel like I've neglected my kids. And now I feel like I need to check Discord as well. And Discord doesn't want to open. Also, Puncher Repo was canceled today. What happened? Is everything okay? Nah, bro, I'm gonna have to unsub now. No, no, I swear, it's all Twitch's fault. It's all Twitch's fault. I have to do commissions, huh? What do you mean you have to do commissions? I have to make money ASAP? Oh god, what do you need money for? Is it something stupid or reasonable? Nana in crisis today, by the way. What happened? Oh god. Vet bills? Vet bills! What happened? What? My puppy needs a surgery? That sucks! That's not right, it's this. That's also not right. If she needs it, I'll make the money needed for it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it like how threatening is it? Is it like a minor surgery or is it something really bad? I'm trying so hard to figure out how an array works right now, but my brain is just not functioning properly. Okay, so it's a dollar sign. I don't know why it's a dollar sign, but I need to put a dollar sign. And then the path. Is it just... does dwarf minor work? There's not supposed to be a space. It's something that's causing her pain, so I need to get that solved ASAP. Bam. Alright, well... I wish you luck in making the money to pay for that. That's awful. I need to find out how you get like the dollar symbol, because it's showing me this. Okay, let me just do some Googling. How to get a node referenced in a script in Godot. Using @onReady and the dollar shorthand. It's the most common and efficient way to get a node that is the child of a current node or at a known path. Interesting. Interesting. Programming is complicated. I'm a bit lost. Okay, so variable array. Wait, I need to edit this, don't I? Because in this, it says node. Is that... Can I just do node 2D? Will it show me references? Okay, so I can't get dwarf minor. What if I... What does the @ symbol actually give me? There's all sorts of exports. It's on ready. Not sure what that's supposed to do. Actually, I think that happens when the script starts. I need a $sign though. Then there's the path. That is the wrong thing. What link is that? Is that my channel link? That's the channel link again. I need to do this. Bam. And, okay, I'm just gonna make this print. Hello, Mr. Kitty. Wait, did that just say print orphan? Print orphan nodes. Okay. If I just do deck, does this work? I need to check the console. Object null. Why does it say object null? What you making? I'm making a card game. As the professional moron I am, though, it's not going incredibly well. I have a card here that I drew a little while ago, and I'm just trying to make a deck, but I'm not sure how to even go about doing that. This is a... Okay, hold up. Let me just Google this again. How to use a $sign in Godot. Like Uno and Omi? Omi? What is that? Why is it showing me a game? I've never heard of Omi. I see. My idea for a card game was more like Magic the Gathering, though, because the game just makes me mad to no end. And I'm genuinely gonna curb stomp Wizards of the Coast and all of their executives. In Minecraft, of course. Okay, use in GDScript to quickly reference child nodes in your scene. For example, node name. Node with spaces. Oh, it's gotta be in quotes, because it has spaces. Is it literally just as simple as this? If I just do this, does it start object null? Okay, it's not working. What does it think this is? How do I make it create instances of a node? $sign quotes. Huh. On second thought, I don't think I actually want spaces on the names. Thought you were in Roblox for a second? No, it's Godot. I tried to make a Roblox game in the past, but it just went horribly wrong. I'll just... Do I want to just do node? Does this work? I don't think that... Yeah, that doesn't meaningfully improve anything at all. I'm trying to get it to just, at the very least, print this. I don't know what that would even look like now that I think about it. How to create a copy of a node in GDScript. I'm a Roblox dev trying to make games that's interesting, like Poppy Playtime. I've never played Poppy Playtime. Use the duplicate method or by instancing a packed scene. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So on ready, duplicate. If I do duplicate deck, what happens? Invalid argument for duplicate. Argument should be int, but is array node. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Play the OG and copies of it. I think I know, like, vaguely the type of, like, is it considered a horror game? I think it's a horror game. I think I actually did play Poppy Playtime once. I think I played Chapter 1 because I was just curious what it was, but I never got, like, insanely into it. Do I need to end that in some way? Okay, this entire thing should work. If I do... Well, this is supposed to... Okay. Duplicate dwarf miner. Let me just check if this works. Now let's do this. Doesn't work. Should be in. Okay. If I do duplicate 1, that's an integer. It doesn't do anything, but at least it didn't crash. Oh god. Learning programming on stream was a great decision. Okay. Item not new. What does that do? I just need to learn what all the, like, building blocks are, because I don't know GD scripts too well. I've used it before. Have you tried control clicking? That doesn't change anything. Okay, what does duplicate actually do in Godot? Duplicate Godot. Please? Okay, I'm just, like, I have to check the Google page before I actually can show you what's going on, because there's just a small chance that it's like, oh, here's results for your exact zip code, and I do not want to leak that. Okay, this is on the forums. Object.duplicate. Because what makes the most sense to me in my head is you want to make an array with every single card in it, and then either you make all of those cards, and then you, like, give them to the player one by one, or you just spawn them in the order that they're listed and take them out of the array. What game engine is it? It's Godot. Godot is one of the simpler game engines. It's the only one that I have experience with, so I decided to make my card game in here. Although I did see some footage of somebody making a game in Unreal Engine 5, and it looked really cool. Have you read the code of a card game yet? I have not. I'm trying to think of literally everything myself, because I'm intelligent. Do you have any idea what you're doing? No. I have a very vague idea of what I'm doing, okay? I've done this before, mainly by following a tutorial, and I want to just see how much I can remember and how much I can do on my own. How do I duplicate a node? Okay, dot duplicate is a perfectly valid function. What does dot duplicate do? Let me search the Godot docs for dot duplicate. Let me just go here. Duplicate. Script reference. Built-in types. I think it's this. Oh yes, I have also programmed a Hello World. Dude, I know how to program Hello World. I mean, like, actually, like, I've built a functioning tower defense game that was really bad. Something of an expert in greeting planets. Okay, bud. Okay, bud. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna show you more Hello Worlds than you've ever seen. Look at this. That's not what I wanted to do. Bam! Now look at it go. Look at the Hello Worlds. Oh, 200 Hello Worlds. 300 Hello Worlds. 500 Hello Worlds. I'm such a good programmer. Oh my god, I'm insane. I'm insane. Is that almost 1,000 Hello Worlds? Oh my god, look at all the Hello Worlds. Look at all the hello worlds. I'm so good. I'm so good. Oh, yeah. Let me figure out how to actually print this. I'd gift 1,000 subs, but you are an affiliate. Wow, wow. Okay, I don't want to capital. Do I want to capital? Yeah, I'm going to capitalize things. I gotta sleep. Sad. Sleep is for nerds. Unlike programming, which is for all the cool kids. Line continuation, built-in types. There we go. Duplicate. Where can I just... There we go. This means the copy is created on each assignment or when passing them as argument to functions. The exceptions are object array dictionary and packed arrays, such as packed byte array, which are passed by reference, so they are shared. All arrays, dictionary, and some objects have a duplicate method that allows you to make a copy. Now, how do I put the node in the duplicate method to make a copy? That's my question. Because I know this exists, I just don't know how to actually type the thing that lets me duplicate it. Can I... Okay. Node path. Do I need to do the node path? Let me just try duplicating it. If I do the scene... That doesn't work. Can I pass it? It needs to be an integer. Why does it keep saying int, though? That doesn't make sense to me. Why would it ask for an integer if it's physically able to print a node? And I need the path. Let me keep searching. Let me check this guy's code. Oh, wait a second. Wait. Okay, I think, okay, hold up. Let me try this first. I'm gonna go here. Let me just pass here. I don't want to think too much about this. Okay. So what I want to do, variable dwarf minor. I need to make it one word. Dwarf minor equals, and then can I drag this scene path? Okay, there we go. Now dwarf minor is considered the dwarf minor in the card. There we go. Now if I do duplicate brackets and then type dwarf minor, it failed. Why did it fail? Base node 2D main.gd cannot convert argument 1 from string to int. Okay. Back to Google. How do you duplicate? It's not working. Okay, I'm ignoring all that. Okay. Variable copy. Okay. Do I just do that? Is it really just variable dwarf minor? I need to capitalize the D and the M. Why am I making my variables annoying to type? This is wrong. This is very wrong. I think it's wrong. It didn't crash again. I'm getting rid of this. Because it's just gonna keep typing null. My array has something in it. I don't know how to access that or how to make it, but it's not doing this. Variable dwarf minor equals duplicate. Great. Very copy is copy true. Get parent dot add child. What does that do? Get parent dot add child. Interesting. So if I just And in the argument, he puts copy. So I want to do dwarf minor. And then it will add child by copying it. This doesn't work for some reason. What did this do? This didn't do anything. There's a lot of errors. Interesting. Copy.isCopy true. What does that actually do? So if I do dwarf minor dot is copy. There's a different thing there. Yeah, it's an underscore. I don't know what that does. How do you make a copy of a node using exclusively code? Interesting, hold up. Let me poke around a bit more. How to make a copy of a node in Godot using exclusively code. Oh, sorry, I forgot to watch your stream yesterday because I was playing Ultra Kill. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't cry. It's okay. Instancing a saved scene. How do you create a node? Instantiate. That's a method that I can use. Okay. Actually, let me check to see if this is given. It's not giving away information. We're good. Okay. So, variable. Where do I use .instantiate? Okay, let's go back to the Godot docs. .instantiate. Okay. Let's just go here. Is this right? Instantiate child scene. All right. How do you use .instantiate? This is useless. No, I want to do that. I want to do that. Instantiate. Instantiate. Nope. Moving to play with code. I don't care about that. Nodes and scene instances. There we go. Look ready. You make the variables the nodes that you have immediately. And use their exact name. Gotcha. If you rename the sprite 2D node as skin and scene doc, you have to change the line. Go to paths. When getting a reference node, you're not limited to getting a direct child. The getNode function supports paths a bit like when working with a file browser, out a slash to separate nodes. Gotcha. Like this. Literally exactly like that, okay. Yeah, I know how to kill nodes. I remember that much. Add child and you make it that node. There isn't an original card, though. Because this main script doesn't have an original dwarf miner to take, so I think I need to do this to get the file path. Although it could be weird if this script has like 10,000 lines of code and all of them are literally just setting the variable for each individual card. I feel like there has to be a more efficient way to go about doing this. I just want to get a way that works. A way that works. If I get clear there, what happens? Okay, it just gets rid of errors. Okay. Add child. Does this do anything? It doesn't do anything. Okay, there was a trillion errors. No, there's not a trillion errors. Only 1,205. Very doable. We can deal with this. And the line's stuck here. Is this line just useless? If I do this, does it just work? Game starting. Nope. Add child and base node 2D main.gt cannot convert argument 1 from string to object. Okay. Because you need to set the variable to the card. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, you need the exact file path. Get node. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. Does this work? I don't want to set it inside the script, though. Do you have to do that to get every single card? Actually, hold up. I think I can think of a more efficient way to do this with a deck editor, because then you could just load the deck's cards. And then the deck editor could just be laggy. I feel like loading 10,000 game objects is not great, but you know what? I'll get to efficiency after I've done it already. Don't remember what instantiate does. I'm gonna be honest. So we need to just take dwarf minor equals get node, and then the path for the node, which is just dwarf minor. Can I have a space? Well, it's in quotes. Does that work? Didn't crash. The debugger went off 3 times. RP underscore child is a null. Node not found. Dwarf minor. Relative to root slash main. If I just do the scene path, does it work? The debugger went off again. Node not found. Required object RP child is a null. How to make a copy of a node in Godot without having that node in the scene to begin with. Okay, I think it's trying to make a copy of a node that already exists. Save it as its own pack scene resource and then instantiate it by script. Okay. Equals preload. What does equals preload do? Okay, I can preload a script. Gotcha. So if I do variable equals preload. Haha. And then I can do the scene. And then I can do dwarf minor dot instantiate. Does he exist? Debugger has 4 pings. It's getting an error at the array. Attempted to set an object of type packed scene into a typed array, which does not inherit from node. Don't know what that means. I'll deal with the array later. I just want to get cards existing. Condition typed validate. Value set true, huh? Not sure how instantiate works. Save the node as a scene. Yeah, okay. I have it saved as the scene. Variable equals resource. What, that does not seem right. Use preload for efficiency and compile time checks. Or use load if the path isn't known at compile time. Is preload better than load? Does load just do it? Does not seem to... Wait, the debugger is shorter. Did this work? This doesn't work. Eh. Okay. How to instantiate a node in Godot. I have Googled like 50 things already. Okay. Instantiating uses 3 main steps. You preload the scene. So that's better for efficiency, apparently. Call an instantiate method on the loaded packed scene resource to create a new independent copy. Add to the scene tree. Add the new instance as a child of an existing node in the scene tree using add child. So is it just dwarf miner? Wait, no, is it just duplicate dwarf miner? I don't understand. Okay, instantiatable as the scene starts. Spawn bullet. This sucks. This is horrible. Okay, let's take a peek at the Godot docs. Let's learn. Okay, get node. What's the node? This doesn't go over the... Well, this is the scene path. Hold up. What? There we go. Preloading the scene can improve the user's experience as the load operations happen when the compiler reads the script and not at runtime. This feature is only available with GDScript. I'm assuming that's just better than load, because Google said it was. I don't know if I believe it or not. At that point, scene is a packed scene resource, not a node. To create the actual node, you need to call packedscene.instantiate. Returns a tree of nodes that you can use as a child of your current node. So you need... Okay, so the instance of the node equals this. What? Can I just do that above here? The stream is gonna be horrible, because it's literally just me being confused for like a half hour. Okay. Do I want to instantiate immediately, or I want to do that here? Well, dwarfminer.instantiate, and then add child dwarfminer. The debugger's going off again. Required object RP child is null. What does that mean? Google, help. Instantiate into the tree. Dwarfminer.instantiate. Is there a typo that I'm missing or something? Why doesn't this work? This card's dwarfminer scene. That's the dwarfminer itself. There's an instance of the scene. Where's the issue applying? I hate that it's not crashing, because it's just... It's not telling me where the issue actually is, really. Required object RP child is null. That doesn't make sense. Required object RP child is null. A required object RP child is null error indicates a null reference exception where code expects a child object or receives a null. This commonly happens when accessing a property of a missing parent. Okay, hold up. I should have probably typed Godot. Required object RP child is null. Aaron Godot means a variable likely assigned with child name $sign child name or get node does not point to an actual node when accessed. Usually because the node path is incorrect. The node hasn't loaded yet, or it was freed. Check node paths, ensure children are ready. Oh god, I should do more. I should not use Google AI for any of this, but I'm way too lazy to click on links, which is probably going to screw me over. Dwarf Miner, preload this scene. If I do this slightly wrong, does it tell me? It does. This is the actual path. Dwarf Miner equals preload. And then I make an instance, and then I add it as a child to main. It doesn't say in the script what I'm adding it as a child to. Child's null, huh. I need to find some people who actually know how to program. Interesting. Okay, let me stop this. Why is it not adding the child? It's the same issue. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm assuming this is fine. I feel like this whole thing should work. But why doesn't it? Back to the Godot docs. Okay. The advantage of this two-step process is you can keep a pack scene loaded and create new instances on the fly, for example, to quickly create several instances of enemies or bullets. Gotcha. Hey, Sugar. We're being intelligent. Well, intelligent is a strong word. Okay. Variable scene equals preload and then the scene. I got that. Variable dwarf miner equals preload and then the scene. Variable instance equals... oh, they're different names. I'm running on 1 hour of sleep and the sole desire to watch your streams. That does not seem healthy. I just realized that this and this are different, and that's probably for the same reason. Wait, variable instance equals scene.instantiate. Can I just assign this like this? Because if I do instance like this, it'll get redefined whenever I need it to, right? What does scene multiplayer do? How does multiplayer work in games? I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. Instantiate. That's not how you spell instantiate. Instantiate. That is not how you spell that at all. Why is it scene.instantiate? I need to do dwarf miner dot instantiate. There we go. That's why you don't copy code, kids. Add child instance. Programming is easy to trust. Just find old Reddit post that has the exact code you need for your purpose. That's a good idea. Child? Yeah, there's... dude. Orphan. Get orphan node. Print orphan node. Orphan nodes are a thing. I don't know what they do. Orphan nodes exist. I don't know what orphans do, but I wanna kill them. I wanna stab orphan nodes. Okay, does this make a copy? Yes! Oh, Sugar, you witnessed it. Oh my god, we finally have a card appear. It's a little jank. It's a little jank, but the card actually exists. Now the reason that that's good is I can do. Okay, hold up. Let me set. That's not how you do that. Let's go. I don't know what happened. You click play, and then this guy appears here. Thank you for the follow, Galactic Bone. Look at this. Look at this. The guy appears here. The guy appears here. Oh my god, I'm such a good programmer. You see, this is empty. This is empty. I make an instance of the card. Okay. Hello, Galactic Bone. Great. Now, if I do variable... I should probably not do a deck yet. You know, I'll do a deck later. I'll do a deck later. For now, we have a card. We have a card that we can make copies of whenever we feel like. Because if I do this, and then I click play, you're not going to be able to see it because they're on top of each other, and it's not even here. They're on top of each other, but there's two. Trust me, there's two. Oh, God. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? I should probably center it on the screen. Or should I make it in a hand? You know what? Yeah, let me do that. Let me actually sort hands first, because I feel like it makes the most sense to go through like the motions of playing the game somewhat. Because right now you start, cards get created. At some point I can fill this in with like a deck, so you'll be able to create copies of whatever cards you want when the game starts. And then it makes sense that you need to draw cards. So I think what it makes sense to do is design drawing cards next. Although I don't really have a deck, I might need to make that off stream or tomorrow. Okay, you know what? You know what? We'll just go as far as we can today. And then we can make a deck later. Or I could be super lazy. Hold up, how lazy can I get? How lazy can I get? Because if I take the PNG of the Dwarf Miner, and then I make it, what is it, 0.25? Not even, it's way smaller than that. What is the size of this PNG? 0.075, okay. 0.075. There we go. And then I can just put it here. Hold up, this is the jankiest solution, but I really like it. Okay, modulate. All black. Bam. Now we have a Dwarf Miner PNG. Can I rename this? I can. Deck. We can swap the sprite later. For now, we just have a black rectangle, though. The jankiest solution I could think of, and it works. Oh my god. Peak programming right here. Oh yeah, there's a black line across the top. Let's not have a black line across the top. Let's have you look perfect. Great. It's 1920 by 1080. It's behaving. I swear it's not 1920 by 1080. It's lying to me. It's lying to you. They're lying to you. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like here. You know what? Yeah, that's fine for now. Okay, now let's add a click detection. How do you... Yeah, button. Button. Menu button, option button. Can I just have a base button? Theme button that contains text and an icon. Texture button, what does this do? Supports press, hover, disabled, and focus states. Great. Is this entire thing now a button? Okay, let me try to... Wait, no, I need to make a signal, I think. Button... Up. Connect to this script. There we go. Bam. So now if I type print hello sugar, and then if I go here, output completely empty. Click it. It doesn't say hello sugar. Okay, can we toggle mode on? Nope, I don't want toggle mode. Button pressed. What? Untexture button up. Why is it not working? Dude. Button mask, left click, yes. I wanted it to just print when I pushed it. It's not clicking, okay. How do I make a button? Oh, the button itself is tiny. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me just fill it on the bounds of this. Bam. Empty. Click. Hello, sugar! And it goes. It goes. It works. We have a button that does stuff. Oh my god, I'm a professional programmer. Oh my god, I'm so good at this. Oh yeah, there we go. So now what I want it to do is just do a function draw, and then have that. And then we can do a function here. Function draw. You do this. And then bam. Bam. Pass. There we go. Yes, sir. Microsoft is gonna buy you soon. I know. I know. And bam. If we do that. Now, I want to quickly check. Print. Okay. I'm trying to make it make a card every time that I click. I don't know how to properly check this, though. Hold up. So the button's working, and it's running this function. Now, the reason that I'm making this a separate function, rather than just pushing the button do it, is so I can control draws precisely. So I can run the draw function when the game first starts, at the beginning of the game, and all that kinds of stuff, instead of having it be limited to the button, and, like, inputting a press on the button to draw a card for no good reason. So, I think what I want to do now is make the Dwarf Miner actually able to move. Because in card games, like Balatro even, you can pick up cards and drag them around, even if it's not to, like, do anything. So I want to do that. I want to make it so you can hold left click on the card and drag it around. So, do I just do the same thing on a Dwarf Miner? Because what I could do, let me just go to the 2D scene. Add button. Let me do like this. So now this button, I'm gonna make it go on the bounds of the card. I'm gonna do press emitted when the button is toggled or pressed. Can I check holds? Hold up. Toggle mode off. I don't want it to toggle. Can I check if it's held, is my question. Because when pressed, when release. I want to hold down the button to move it around. Oh, hello. That looks kind of nice. Hold up. Does that actually look like that? It does. And it changes colors when you hover over it in game. It has a shadow now. Sick. Oh, the deck had that as well. Wait a second. Texture button. Make this invisible. Okay, no, the texture button's invisible. Okay. Let's not have it be a background object, though. We're trying to have it actually do stuff. How can I set up a button to do this? So, button, Wait, I can have a signal when button down, so I can just program holding it, I think. Because button down, connect. I feel like that dwarf miner is a streamer. Nah, just your imagination. Receive method on button down. Okay, so this is on the dwarf miner script itself. You know, whatever. I don't need these written. I know what they do. Probably I'm gonna forget, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, on button press. How do I change the position? Position equals mouse position. Is that a thing? Equals mouse position equals get local mouse position, or get global mouse position. Which one makes sense? Get global, I think. What is position actually defined as, though? Because is it just this? It's this. Okay. So if I do this, does it just... Oh, wow, it does. I can click it to move it. I can't hold it. Eh. I have to click every time that I want it to move. I can't drag it, but I can, like, click the corner and then get it to teleport. Okay. Okay. We're making progress. So I think what I'm going to do is have a variable. Card... I don't want to do caps anymore. I'm not, and I'll do underscores. Always. I want to fix this real quick, because this is a dwarf miner, dwarf miner, dwarf miner. I don't want my various variables to be in caps. I feel like I'm going to forget if I do that, but let's just make them not caps. Same with my functions. Let's get them nice and lowercase. Okay. Card held equals false. Great. So now on the process, if card held equals true, then we go set, there we go, position, assignment is not allowed in an expression. You gotta add the second equal sign. Then you gotta add the, I forget, you do this. Expected indent after block, yep, okay. So then you do position equals get global mouse position. And then you make it so holding the button down, card held equals true. So now, it's tied to my cursor. I don't have an option to release it, but it is tied to my cursor now. And it even moves, like, kind of smooth. Like, it's not even, like, super quick. I do want to hold it kind of lower. Although you can't release. Yeah. Let's add that real quick. Signals, button down. Bam. That's the main script. I don't want to do this. Disconnect you. Get rid of you. Dwarf miner. This texture button's the one I want to do it to. Button up. Bam. Let me move this up here. Alright, so then we just do card held equals false, I think. So I don't think it makes sense to actually handle carrying a card in the script itself, because a problem will become apparent pretty soon. So I hold it down, and then it follows my cursor. I let go, and then it stays still. Bam. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Now I can actually, like, move cards around. Weirdly, I feel like it should be more snappy. I feel like it doesn't move fast enough. There we go. Card works. Okay, and then I click this, and then a new card gets created. And then I can drag this one around. Then I can do this. Do it again. And then we have a bunch of oily men. Oh, yeah, there we go. Five Guys sound delicious right now. I'm also kind of hungry. I mean, okay. let me focus for a second. Okay. So my issue is if I do this and stack them all on top of each other. Oh, there's also a little bug. It goes under the cards currently. It should be on top of them. I should have whatever card I'm holding be the highest. That's not great. I could actually fix that pretty easily, but I'm gonna ignore it for now. My issue is, when I have all the cards in the pile... Wait, what? Wait, what? I thought they would all apply at the same time. Eh? I thought if they were all stacked on top of each other, and then I clicked, they would all go on top of my cursor at the exact same time. What? What? I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. You know what? That's fine. That is fine. I am certainly not gonna complain about that. Okay, let's fix the little bug first, because right now there's the teeny tiny issue of cards not going on top of one another. So the way that Godot works is it will display things in the inverse of the order that they are. So the top one will get drawn first, and then the bottom one will get drawn, and then the bottom one will get drawn. So the newest cards are always going to be overlaid on top of the older ones. So what I want to do is just set the Z index. Where is it? Ordering. There it is. The Z index. Can I, like, copy that? I can't. Okay, so, on button, button down. When I'm holding the button down, I want the Z index. There we go. Equals, let's just do 20. And then when you let go, I want the Z index to go back to 0. Actually, I'll do like 1, I guess. Nah, no, I'll do 0. So now, if I summon 19 cards, and then I take all of them, put them in a pile, whatever card I'm holding should go on top of the others until I let it down. Which is a bit weird, honestly. The thing is, I kind of want their Z-index to change, because I feel like this card, when I let it go, it should be on top of the other Dwarf Miner, but instead it goes beneath it. Huh. I guess it's technically fine, because the thing is, I need to think about when you're going to be placing cards down, because you can't just move cards around freely. This is just like the skeleton of the ability to drag around cards, but when you let go, realistically I want them to like snap to a grid where they'll be in line. I still want the cards to be higher up when you're holding them. Interesting, interesting. Actually, I kind of want to add a feature that's really useful, and I think it will be nice for the future of the game. So I want to take this. I want to... I want to add a... How can I detect when the mouse hovers over the card? What lets me do that? Okay, so I think it would be a control node, a... Texture, not a texture react. Is it just a button? Button. Can I use a button to detect if my cursor is over it? Ooh, glow/highlight effect. What I'm trying to think of, a glow effect would be kind of nice. But what I was thinking of I would be giving advice, but I don't know crap about Godot. I think making the cards glow would be nice, and I could probably do that very easily by just having like a light layer under it and making it toggle its visibility. I know how to do that. I know how to make it glow. I don't have the stuff to make it glow, and I don't know how to give it like a shadow. There is... That looks so weird when their elbows are touching. Oh, wow. This looks so wrong. Oh, God. Oh, God. What I want to do is make it so when you hover over the card, a big one appears on, like, the right side of the screen, so you can actually read what the text says. Because the card is very small, so you kind of can't read what the text is. I'm also gonna get rid of this in the main script. We don't need to do this anymore. We can pass. Maybe I should make it draw 5 times. Because I think I want to make... Okay. One thing at a time. We are going to take the card. I want to quickly... Oh, you want to see big, oily men better when you hover over them? Sure, bud. Sure, bucko. Sure, buddy, old pal. I want to... Focus entered. Can I check when a... Hold up, let me Google this real quick. How to check when cursor is hovering over an area in Godot. I know you can do this. It's just a feature of an Area 2D. Gotcha. I remember this now. Yeah, I remember this. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we add an Area 2D. An Area 2D is basically just like a hitbox. Kinda. It can be a hitbox. That was a really poor way to describe it now that I'm thinking about it. This node has no shape, I'm aware. How do I give you a shape? I don't remember, it's been a while. Collision. How do I... Consider adding a collision shape 2D, or a collision... Can I do this? That doesn't work. Okay. Collision shape 2D. Bam. A shape must be provided for it to function. Can I do this? That doesn't work. Why? Okay, fine. Shape, empty, rectangle. Your mods have abandoned you? Nah. Nah. They're always watching, waiting. You know they are. Okay, we do you. You should give me mod for no reason other than it would annoy Nana. I've made a rule, I will only get mods out of necessity. Is this really going to be off by like a pixel? Why does this keep happening? Every time I use middle mouse button to move, the text just has a stroke. Not sure what that's about. Is this really not going to match? You're gonna match. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. You're gonna match, no matter what. Can it stop lagging, please? Set handle. What is this? What does this mean? I can run a VM on my server that does nothing but play your stream. No, no, no. I want genuine viewers. I'm not view botting. Is it really going to be off? Okay, you know what? It's going to be off. It's going to be off, kids. It's going to be just a little bit off. I'm going to kill myself if it's a little bit off. Let's not have it be a little bit off. Let's alter the scale. Actually, no, the ratio's wrong. Can I have the Area 2D be in the bounds of here? It's like baby view botting. Yeah, it's a single viewer. It's a single viewer. Just the tip of botting. That's not appealing to me. You know what? It can be over. It can be over. You know what? Let's make it even bigger and then say it's quality of life. You know what? Fine. You can be slightly bigger. Okay, signals. Draw hidden. No, the area 2D is the property. Area entered. Area exited. How do you... Okay, hold up. To Google. How to check when your cursor is over an area in Godot. Which signal is it? It's one of those signals. Did you ever figure out what that YouTube view wave was? Probably just the beginning of Terraria 1.4.5. I mean, I was playing the new mode in a really popular game when it released, so... It makes sense that I got an influx of viewers. Especially because Terraria Skyblock is boring. How I figure would be better, because it's gonna like start glowing when you get close to it, so you don't have to be exactly on it. Maybe. Mouse entered, mouse exited. I don't remember seeing that. It's here. It's on the collision object 2D. What the hell? Why is it a property of the collision object 2D as a signal, but it's under area 2D? You know what? Whatever. Mouse entered. Bam. Let's get up here. Now, I need to figure out, I think it's 3.5 times the size. I want all this to be duplicated. Okay. Dwarf minor card, big. Why is my throat so scratchy right now? Alright. So, I need, okay, I do need all this actually. Hold up, let me take you over here, not you. I need to move, you know, whatever, you're on a higher layer. I'm moving you beneath because I don't want to move you back. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, now we got it here. Now, this guy, transform, I'm going to make it 3.5 times scale. That's a bit excessive. For scale, this is the screen. This line here. I think it might be a bit big. Is it 0.5? That is way bigger than I wanted. 0.5 is still massive. It's 0.35, isn't it? That's still way too large. 0.25. Alright, it's 0.35 of the big... Okay, whatever. And then I'm just gonna put it here. Actually, I need to set the position of this universally to the same coordinates. Otherwise, when you move the original card around, it's gonna change. Oh, check it out. Okay. Here's the issue. When I go here, and then I draw, this is an image, and it's tied to this one. I need this big boy to stay in the same location. So I think what I'm going to do is set this position... Can I just make it... Okay, I can't make it next to there. Can I have the button be a property of the Dwarf Miner as a card? There we go. Is it darker now? Yeah, the card is darker. I want to make the button invisible then, so you can't tell that it's there. Disable toggle mode, press, action mode, button, mask. How do I make it invisible? Equalization. Transparency. How do I make you invisible? Text behavior, icon behavior. Can I just do that and then it works? Yeah, when you make a button invisible in Godot, it just doesn't work anymore. I feel like I need it under the sprite. But if I moved it under the sprite... Okay, so, like, here's my thought process. I need to keep this image in one place. So in my head, I thought it would be best to move the sprite and all the stuff attached to it, including this hitbox, around. How about 1% opacity? Where do I change the opacity? That's my question. Where is it? Material, texture, it's not in here. Is it just layout, transform, it's not in there? Where do I change the opacity? Focus, mouse, accessibility, theme overrides, colors. Visibility. Aha! Make it invisible. Bam. Draw. Yeah, you can't move it. Why can't you move it? No, like this is the visibility. Okay, modulate. Can I just do this? Does that work? Bam. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go, you're a genius, May. So now, the card and all the things that are detection related stay together. And the dwarf miner as a big boy. Can I put you on the same line here? Nope, not want to move you. Did not want to move you. The dwarf miner as a big boy can go here, and then I'm just gonna slide his X position over. Let me just move him over. Yep, there we go. Come on. Come on. I scrolled the entire length of my mouse pad like 10 times. I'm just changing this to 500. I ain't doing all that. Okay. Now, this guy... Okay, so first of all, I want to update the script. Card height equals false. Position equals get global mouse position. So I want to make this the sprite position. So if I do dwarf miner card dot position, does this work? And then I do, and then the big one stays in place. There we go. I do want to do the same thing with the... Actually, which one should be on top with the Z-index? Does it make sense to have the card go under the big boy? Or on top of the big boy? Maybe I could make it so the big boy only appears when you right-click the card, so you have to, like, have the information in mind when you go for it. I think that's what Magic does. Okay, so the card's position is gonna be like, I don't know, 1550, 325. Okay, so... Wait, I can just set the position, can't I? 1550, 325. Is that? That's not right. 350. I'm just gonna move you down. 500. Wait, it's 1920 by 1080, so 540 should be the middle. Then we can do that. Bam. So now we make this appear, and there we go. We have the card, and we have the big boy. So you can actually read the big boy. I haven't had display capture on. You haven't been able to see my tests. I'm a brainlet. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Well, anyways, now the big guy's working. I want to make it so it only appears when you right-click, though. Okay. So, visibility off. Then... button up. Do I want to make a separate button? Because signals... Do I want to make a second button up and button down for the right? Can I just Control-C, Control-V you? Button 2, okay, yeah. Big guy... button... Small guy... button. Such technical names. Oh, there we go. Now, mouse entering. Is that what I want to change? Do I even need this anymore? Whatever, I'll keep it for now. So, inspector, button on the right. So now one of them detects left clicks, and one of them detects right clicks. Then signal, toggled. I think I'll do a toggle. So that goes there. Something I love about games is when they're like insanely polished and every single thing makes sense in them, and I definitely want to do that for Offering. I just want to make the game feel so polished, which is very optimistic, but I'm gonna try. Okay. On, big guy button toggled. Toggle on. Let me just drag this here. Dot visibility, or dot visible equals true. So right now it's invisible. You draw the card. I cannot move the card. Interesting. Small guy button. Oh, wait a second. I need to make the buttons the same, because if I do this, I'm willing to bet that I can drag the card around, but I'm spamming right click. Not working. Okay. Yeah, because the buttons are on different layers. And it only lets you click on the button that's the highest up. So the thing that saved me from the bug of picking up multiple cards at the same time is screwing me over here. Okay. Big guy button, I think we're gonna cut? Do we want to? Maybe I could just have a timer. So, I don't think big guy button on its own is gonna work. I want to get rid of you. Because originally I wanted to use the area 2D to make it so when you hover over the card, it would just tell you what it does. Is that better than a right click? Hold up. Let's get big guy button back. Can I make... Actually, okay, let me just cut this. I'm gonna take small guy button, make it accept right click as well. On button down. If input event is a dot mouse. If input dot mouse mode. How do I make it detect? Okay, hold up. Let me Google this real quick. I want to make it detect, or how to make a button detect whether you clicked left or right click in Godot. Check the event.button index property. Okay, how do I apply that properly? If event.button index. And then can I do left mouse? Okay, I'm just gonna keep looking at this. I needed to be careful there. Okay. I don't think a Google AI is wrong. I always give Google AI one peek, and if it just looks right, if event is input event mouse button. That doesn't make sense to me. Oh my god, why are bolt munch and clankers like this? Oh my god. Okay. On to the Godot docs. Let's go searching, kids. Left click. Input event. Mouse input. Mouse input, mouse events. How do I tell which button is pressed? That's my question. Try input events. Okay, as you can see, the results are very different for the different types of input. Key events are even printed as their key symbols. For example, let's consider input event mouse button. It inherits the following classes. Input event with modifiers, input event mouse. It's mouse event properties such as position, input event mouse button. If event is input mouse button, okay. Oh, you can show built-in actions in the input map. Project settings. Okay, let me do some exploring. Project settings, input map, mouse. Okay. Button, mouse. Let me just type mouse. That nothing comes up. Oh, show built-in actions. There we go. Mouse. Nope. A new Godot project includes a number of default actions already defined. To see them, turn on show built-in actions. New map dialog. Great. If event is action pressed. If event is input event key and event pressed, if event dot key code equals key underscore t, print t was pressed. No, I want the mouse button and okay, what are the properties of event? What can I do with that? Okay, let me rethink this. If input event dot is, or if input dot is underscore action just pressed. Okay, what options are there? There are a lot of built-in things. Okay, there's a bunch of things for UI. Text. How do I check for a mouse input? Jump. UI left. Just cut down and copy. Accept. Okay, can I just leave that blank? Bam. If input is action pressed. How do I check what's viable for that? Filter by event. Key. Left click. Showing built-in actions. There's no built-in action for left click apparently. Weird. Key. You're really not doing a great job at this. Why is detecting letting go of a left click so hard? Okay, is event.button index equals... Okay, hold up. This is what I need, I think. Okay, if event is... I know it's going to be a key press, because because it's on button down. Wait. Wait a minute. Hold up. I need to test something. Real quickly. Does any key work to move the card? Okay, no, it's just left and right click, because those are the only two I have enabled. Okay, I was worried that I would have to specify, or that I didn't specify, so I could have used any key to pick up the card, which would have been so cursed. Technically, it wouldn't have mattered, because you can kind of play this game with only a mouse, but still. Okay, so if event is input event mouse button. Okay, so if event dot button index interesting. I think it needs to be like this. Is it really necessary to do this first? Okay, it does fill it. If event is input event mouse button. So this is a mandatory prerequisite, even though it seems redundant since only mouse clicks work. But whatever. Mouse button left and event dot, is it release? Event dot press. Yeah, I think I'll do press first. Or even, does pressed even matter? Because this is on button down. Okay, so if you left click, I want card held to equal true. And I want the Z index to become 20. Identifier event not declared in scope. Oh. No, that's unnecessary. I was doing this wrong. If mouse button dot, is it like dot input? So if mouse button left. Can I just do this straight up? If mouse button left, you do this. Does this work? Okay, well, I can drag it around. The thing is, I clicked right click and it still worked. Else, the dwarf minor card big dot visible equals true. Do I want to do another? Okay, let me just test if this works. Okay, card, pick up card, right click does not do anything. Let me detect right click specifically. Okay. Let me think. Do I just do another if statement? If mouse button right. Does that work? Mouse button dot mouse button left. Can I just do this? Because this requires you to push a button. Can I have the built-in argument of a mouse input? Is that a thing? Let me just hide this for a second. If, or like, is there a way for a button to tell which mouse side was used in Godot? Event, okay, okay. Peak coding, yeah, peak coding, yeah, it's great. So, if I do event, and then just get rid of you, get rid of you, and get rid of you, and then just do print event. What happens? The car does not move, ladies and gentlemen. The car does not move. Come on! I'm surprised I'm able to stay awake, really? Oh, that surprised you. Coding is surprisingly interesting. Granted, it gives me a migraine and I get pretty burnt out of doing anything that I can't do in like 5 minutes. So, oh. I think the card has a skill issue? Nah, bro. Nah. Check it out. Damn. Look at it go. Look at him schmoove. Look at him go, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. I need to find out how I can tell which mouse button was clicked with this. Because button mask... Wait, does it tell me? Do I both left click? Use mouse button mask left and mouse button mask right. How do I tell which one was used, though, is my question. Because input examples use input and then checks the event. The card be schmoovin'. I need to add some graphics to it, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I want to make it look cool, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Do I just use an input event in an Area 2D? That would work, I think. I kind of want to figure out how the button works, though, because I seriously doubt that it's physically impossible for you to take a button and not detect whether you're clicking left or right. There's no way they don't have that as something you can figure it out. Wow, I have Googled... Okay, let me just check my search history real quick. I have Googled at least 15 things so far. That's you know, yeah, we're... Okay, I might be bad at programming, fellas. That's what most of programming is, to be fair, as far as I know. Unless I'm just, like, really bad at programming, that's just what I think programming is. Okay. How to check which mouse button was pressed when I click a button node in Godot. Bro, that's literally how programming works. Nobody understands this. I have to imagine that some people memorize something. Meanwhile, I'm just a complete nerd. To check which mouse button was pressed when clicking a button node in Godot, you need to use GUI input event method instead of the standard press signal. Really? GUI input, okay. High power. Pressed, button up, button down. Okay, whatever. Button. I need another... Okay, but the thing is I have 2 Area 2Ds. Can I just use this? I'm using this Area 2D, you know what? Small guy button, get taken out back. If your mouse hovers over it... Actually, there's already a signal. Mouse on Area 2D entered. Let's delete you. Let's do input event. Bam. Great. Now... if event dot how do I let me check this. If event is mouse button, let me do this. Print egg. Please. Function. It crashed immediately. Expression is of type input event, so it can't be of type mouse button. Gotcha. Get rid of the debug menu. I nearly just closed Godot as a whole without saving. That would have been fun. Okay, it's input event key and event dot pressed. Is the Godot docs outdated? Or did I get it wrong? Interesting. Okay. Wait. Input event key. Did I not specify what it was? Do you need to do that? Why? If event code equals... Does anyone understand what's going on here? If input event is input event mouse button and input event dot... Does this work? Is this what I need to do? I'm not gonna lie, if it was me, I'd just try to get card game assets and replace stuff in it because I'm a lazy bum. What? No. We're programming it from the ground up because I'm a good programmer. If event is input event mouse button and event dot button index equals mouse button, print egg. Do you print egg? You print egg. It says it. Okay, there we go. It says it twice because... Does it really say it twice? Yeah, it says it twice because it's detecting up and down is different. If event is... How do I check down? If event is... Or can I do if is pressed? Dang, man, respect, I really hope your game doesn't make my PC have cancer. Hey, I'm gonna try to make it optimized. Be nice, be nice. I'm learning. Okay, so if we do egg, bam, bam, no eggs, you see? Click. Nothing happened. I'm clicking and nothing's happening. Son of a mother... How do I check? If event that is equals press equal, is it true? No. How do I check if the mouse button is being pressed? Or can I just add it to this? If event... Wait. Why does it do it lower? If event is input event mouse button. And event mouse button index equals that. And event is pressed. Go down. Does that work? I don't understand why oh, wait, no. Because you would need to do the entire thing again for the second one, so it's less characters overall. I got it. I figured it out. Please say this prints one egg. That's 0. If it's a mouse, if the event is a mouse event, if the event is the left click, and if the event is pressed, well, it's looking quite optimized right now since it's not working. At least we achieved one of the goals. Shut up. It's functioning as intended. Trust, this is a feature. It's supposed to piss me off. Dude. Okay, Godot. You and I are friends. Come on. You and I are friends. Okay. Needs the event. Do I need anything other than the event? Viewport, no. Do you even matter? Event. Let's do you. All we care about is the event. If the event is a mouse event. If the event... I've seen the word event so many times right now that this does not look like the correct spelling to me. It's alright, bud. Better days will come. This is the beginning. This is the easy part before we're coding like dex and trigonometry. This is the easy bit. An event is pressed. Did I do that bit wrong? Event.pressed. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Is this legal? Event.pressed. It's different. But it's not filling in. Okay, it might be a long time before those days come. Okay, bud. This should check for left clicks. We check here. No eggs. 12. Okay, that's not... Okay, 12 bugs is not great. And it doesn't work. Expected one argument call... Wait, I thought expected one arguments but called with 3? Oh, is it... Is it literally just a limitation of the function as a whole? Do I just do this? Does this work? Does this work? Bam, bam. No egg, 15 bugs. What happened? No. Okay. Expecting one argument called with 3. I need to go back and give it the variables back. I shouldn't have deleted them. There we go. An event dot pressed. Can I do... Why does it keep trying to autofill is pressed? Is it because of the brackets? Why did this stop working? I could fix it in like a second. I'm trying to change the way that it works as a whole, because what I used before was a button, which is this. But the problem is, I don't think a normal button is capable of telling if you click left or right click. And I want left click to pick up the card, and right click to show the big boy card. So I wanted to be able to tell the difference between the two. So I decided to use this, Area 2D, which can detect left clicks and right clicks, which is what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to check if the button is left click and if it's pressed. But it's not. It's not, and I don't know why. Okay, we're going down a line. We're going down a line. We're replacing all of this with a dash, if, event, bracket. That's not a bracket, that's a colon. Bam. Please work. Oh, why? Okay. If event is input event mouse button. We're checking if it's a mouse input. If event dot button index, that's this, equals the left mouse button, and it's a press, we go down. It's supposed to work. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's something I don't get here. If... Okay, is it event that I'm... Nope, because event is defined as this. I can hear your dreams and hopes dying. Shut up. We're working on it. Do I just program the easy way that works, rather than trying to do the way that I want? Okay, but here's the thing. If I can't even figure out how to make a button that detects if left click was clicked or right click was clicked, I don't know how high my hopes are going to be. Like, I want to figure this out. Don't give up. Yeah. Okay. If, okay. Input event mouse motion. I don't care about you. Mouse events stem from input event mouse class and are separated into 2 different types. Input event mouse button, input event mouse motion. Note that this means that all mouse events will contain a position property. Capturing mouse buttons is very similar to handling key events. At global scope, mouse button contains a list of mouse button constants for each possible button, which will be reported in the events button index property. Note that the scroll wheel also counts as a button, 2 buttons to be precise, with both mouse wheel up and mouse button wheel down and mouse button wheel up being separate events. JavaScript looks so much cleaner than C#. We still have Reddit left last resort? Yeah. Yeah, we could. Okay, input event if... No, but this does it directly. Why does this check input event mouse button? And this goes left as well. Is event pressed the problem? If I get rid of event pressed, what happens? Click. No egg. So something here is wrong. Is it this? Mouse entered input event. Is it not accepting my input? I swear to God, if this entire time it hasn't even been checking for a left click, I'm going to just, like, jump off a bridge. I swear to God. Mouse entered. Omitted when the mouse pointer enters any of this object's shapes. Requires, okay. Input event. Omitted when an input event occurs. Requires input pickable to be true and at least 1 collision layer bit to be set. Collision layer. You're set. You're set. Disabled? No, you're enabled. Monitorable? Yes. Priority, we keep you nice and low. Because why would we want the button that I've been spending the last 30 minutes on to be high priority? Okay. Why? Okay, let's close the game. It's bugging me that these both are lit up. I know they're... Wait, why are they lit up, actually? No, I don't care about you. Get out of here. I'm a bit confused. What if it's like below the card or something? I don't know, does that make a difference? Now we're good. There's no way, there's no way, there's no way, there's no way. There's no way, yeah, we're good. It's above the sprite. I swear to God. This better not somehow be interfering with things. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it should be working. On area 2D input event, print egg. I'm such a moron. I didn't type print. I didn't type print. I swear to God, if that's all it was, an orphan is gonna get it! Wow! Okay, okay. Okay, and event dot pressed. Okay. And we go here. Yup, it's empty. We click and it's... Are you... So many orphans. So many orphans are gonna get it. Nope, it's working. It's working perfectly fine. That's the thing. It's working perfectly fine. It literally, and I just retyped the thing I typed before. I literally just forgot to type print, so I gaslighted myself into thinking it wasn't working because I just typed parentheses egg like it was supposed to mean something. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm intelligent. I thought... I don't... Mouse button right. We're gonna do right. Then print... Print... Beans. Beans not declared in current scope. I forgot to add. Forgot to add those. Okay. Bam. Open the card. Console empty. Left click, egg. Right click, beans. There we go. Okay. Now take this guy. Dot visibility or dot visible equals true. Wait, doesn't the debug show which line has the error? It wasn't an error. Like, parentheses egg isn't wrong. It just doesn't mean anything. No, but even, like, typing that causes something. Why doesn't it flag on second thought? God, not declared in current scope. Wait, literally, was it telling me? Hold up. We go here. We click play. Does it tell me? Yeah, it's just a string that's not being used. Or is it? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it doesn't even tell you. It didn't even tell me, because it's not wrong, it's just not right. What button did I click? Oh god, I have the most annoying thing. I hate it when this happens. I remember what this is, but I don't remember how you deal with it. Basically, there's this weird thing that makes your cursor turn flat, so when you type, it, like, overwrites other characters. And it's so annoying. Is it this? It is. Okay. I remembered. I've had to deal with that before, and I didn't know about it at the time, but it's so easy to deal with. Okay. It's not wrong, it's just that it's not right. It wasn't it wasn't actively bad. It wasn't a bug. It just didn't do anything. It wasn't wrong, it wasn't right, it was just there doing nothing. Okay. Why am I assigning this like this? No. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Card held equals true. Great, so pick it up, left click, I can drag it around. I can't drop it, but if I right click, that becomes visible. Great. I'm gonna slaughter so many orphan variables. Orphan nodes? What are they even called? Drink some water. I should drink some water. There we go. Delicious. Delicious. I love water. It's my favorite fruit. Okay. How do we go about handling this? I'm so rage baited, bro. Alright. Do I... Do I... Okay. Does it make sense to check if it's... Mouse? No. Well, all I care about is the rest on the other one. If it's released... that work? Card held equals... Water is your favorite what now? I heard fruit. Is water not a fruit? I might be chopped, bro. I might be getting lobotomized. Invalid access to property or key released on base. Okay, what? Why? Why is it pressed and not released? Release. Pressed. Event.release. What is it? What is it? You're gonna tell me. And not event.pressed? Are you kidding me? Is that what it is? Event.released isn't a thing. There's only event not pressed. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's so dumb. You know what? And actually, hold up. Let me just. Let me just copy this and then alter it again. I have no idea. There's probably a way more efficient way to do this, but I don't care. I just want it to work. I just want it to work. And no, I want this. There we go. I just want it to work. I just want it to work. Bam. We got the card. We can drag it around. Right click. Does nothing. Why would it? Okay, back to the drawing board. Event pressed. What? Can I clear all of these? No, I can't. The process is never going to use... I hate that there's errors that I can't get rid of. I know how to get rid of them, but I'm not using any of those, and I don't want to. Whatever. I guess I gotta take that out. Okay. Okay. So, we are 3 hours in. This is my game so far. You get to open it, you get to draw cards, you can drag them. Why? If you didn't notice, there's a new bug. You see, when you pick up the card and you let it go on another card and you click it, they get stacked. They get stacked. They get stacked. This is why I use the button and not the Area 2D to pick up cards. Okay, well, you're gonna find me hanging around coding because I'm gonna be stuck on this for a while. There we go. Twitch, don't ban me, please. I'm bringing the button back, I guess. The button and the Area 2D both work simultaneously, don't they? It better. It better. What are you doing? Programming a card game. You can't drag the cards around anymore since I just deleted the code. Okay. Today's been great. Today's been fantastic. Today's been amazing. Today's been the best. Today's been great. Signals, button up, bam, button down, bam. Or spent 2 hours on pure suffering and nothing more. Yeah. It doesn't even matter anymore. The card stacking doesn't do anything. Bam. Can we do these? I cannot. Okay, it's not detecting my left click. Just make that card stacking into a feature, man. No! Because you're going to try to pick up multiple cards. Like, you're going to try and click a card when they're overlapping, and then it's just going to pick up 4 at the same time. I can never have cards, like, nested against each other. Which it makes sense to do when you have multiple instances that are identical. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, button down. On button down. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna kill myself. Okay. Connections to method. You realize, my G, that, okay, disconnect, bam, small guy button. Can I rename this and it just works? Rename small guy button. Does this work? We just do button up. We connect button up. On small guy button up. Nope, just on button up. And then button down. It's wrong. On button, button down, on button, button up. Why the hell is it like this? Delete. Connect. On small guy button, button down. What the hell is it talking about? No. Get out of here. Oh god. My program has developed schizophrenia. On small guy button, button down. Why is that entertaining to me? Oh god, okay. We might be screwed. On small guy button down. Function. Let's just, you know, get rid of this. Just make code that tells the players they have a skill issue whenever that occurs. You can't just do that to every single bug in your game. As much as I want to. As much as I want to just be like, yeah, that's a skill issue. How about you just don't do that thing that caused a bug? That seems kind of bald, honestly. You have no idea how much I'd love to do that, but nope. Bam. Bam. I'm gonna kill someone. Can we please, pretty please, with a cherry on top, get this guy some orphans to beat up, or he's gonna lose his mind. I do need just some like orphans on standby that I can go stab. Why are you not picking up? You bastard. On small guy button down. What, is it not detecting it? Mouse button left. Oh. I didn't update the bounds, so it's just the tiniest button. I'm smart. I'm smart. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. Bam. Modulate 0% opacity. Bam. Bam. Ah! There we go. We can drag it around. Okay, now let's check mouse button right and event pressed. Big card equals true. Let's just, you know what? Bro's repeating every mistake he made. You didn't remind me. You also forgot. You also forgot. There's 10 things to remember. I'm bound to forget one. I'm new, okay? I'm learning. Okay. Why is the... Wait, what? I'm scared. Okay. For some reason that I do not know, the button or the light on my microphone has turned from green to blue. I'm scared. I'm very scared. What does blue mean? I don't know. I just muted and unmuted it, and it's... Okay. It's fine, I guess. It's fine. I think blue is fine. Blue is perfectly fine. Yeah, blue works. Blue's good, I guess. The government is onto you, bro. I would never punch babies, bunch babies. I'd never do anything bad to orphans for fun. No, no. Nope, I would never. Okay, if I do this... Right click. Okay, it doesn't work. The button supersedes the area 2D. Okay. Area 2D, collision shape. Small guy button. If I do this, does it work? Bam. Okay, it doesn't. It's just broken. Got it. It being broken is fine. Being broken means it's fixable. There we go. There we go. Okay. Press play to start the game. No. If event dot button index and mouse button right and event pressed. Toggle true. Is it the bottom bit that's problematic? Bam, bam. Doesn't work. Let's go mouse button left, see if it works. Bam, bam. Okay, it doesn't. It's not detecting inputs anymore. Could be the button's fault. Bam, okay. It's the same problem! Only one of them works! Either I detect the card being clicked on. I either detect the card being clicked on with the button, which is left click, or the area 2D, which is right click. For some reason, I can't. And I want the button to work anyway. Why can you not check which one was clicked with a button? Press. That's right. Okay. Can you really not check which one was pressed with a button? On to the input event. Print. Egg. Let me try running this. Bam. It's not currently doing anything. Gotcha. It's because the button is in the way. The button just fully blocks the area 2D. Yeah, because now it says egg. Okay, so... There we go. I did not mean to resize this. Why are they binary? Why can I not have both? How to get multiple buttons overlapping in Godot that don't, or that overlap. Set the mouse mode of everything to pass. Sure that the questions of usefulness. What? I didn't. Wait. I'm so confused, man. Reddit, you're not helping. To get multiple buttons to overlap in Godot, use a basic control node or a node 2D as a parent and position the buttons manually as a standard container. Nodes like H5 container, V5 container automatically arrange children and prevent overlap. The order of nodes in the scene tree determines which button receives input first in overlapping areas. Why can't both get input simultaneously? Changing the Z-axis will change the priority on rendering. It's really necessary to have them on top of the scene tree. You can have their sub-parents set canvas layers and change their layer height higher than the ones at the bottom. I don't understand how I can make a button that detects left and right click that has cards not overlap. I suppose it's possible that I could literally just avoid cards overlapping altogether. That's a possibility, right? That you could move? No, because being in the hand is the main issue. Do I want it to be... No, I need both buttons active when it's in your hand as well. Okay. I really don't understand how to get Dwarf Miner to work. Okay, a workaround might be making a place in the card for you to pick up the card, like, and everything else can activate the right click. That feels so though. Like, the bottom half of the card is like the rules text, and then the top half of the card is to pick it up. It just doesn't feel right to me. Because how are people going to figure that out? Like, I feel like it would feel buggy. Like, you go to click on a card, you click on the bottom section, and it just doesn't work. Because it would be right-click, opens the menu, left-click, picks the card. I guess I could have, like, just a smaller box, and then just tell people to right-click it for information. I guess that could work. It just seems wrong. Whatever, let me just do a quality of life thing real quick. Ooh, an info tab on the card. That's what the right click is supposed to be. That's what the right click is supposed to be. It's supposed to just show you the card, but bigger. And I'm probably going to change the card so it doesn't even have rules text when it's tiny, because you can, like, barely read this rules text. It sucks. It sucks. The text looks choppy. It looks horrible. How get this working? My problem is I don't know what's even possible, because I feel like it's not impossible for two overlapping buttons that both work and receive different inputs to be physically impossible. How to click overlapping areas in Godot. Alright.
Hi everyone, I've been working on a game, Fangs and Fate Solid.
Quick side quest. More lazy reaction content, let's go.
You can wish this on Steam right now, and the main issue I encountered was that I wasn't able to click on overlapping cards without picking both of them up at the same time. Now, I have tried a bunch of things, but in this video I'm going to show you what I consider are the best ways of handling this problem. Now, let us first of all see how we got to this point.
Okay, you're entirely too slow.
This event and to
yeah, you check the input event
over the card, and simply lifting the mouse
I'm turning you quiet.
the card would not normally trigger that event. Now, our issue
because we check for the click. My issue is like, why does the button not let the other one work?
And let's call this card control, and under this we want to add the same things that we had before, so a sprite for the back, a sprite for the face, and obviously we no longer need the collision shape to D as it was tied to the area to this is a
you suck.
The control which pretty much behaves. Now these texture rects are going to be called the same way, back and face. And what I have to do is
Like,
to
I
simply
need buttons to be mutually exclusive, but still accept both inputs. Is there a way to check which input happens when you push the button down? At all? Because it doesn't have an event that can tell you what it is. This gets the input event. If I type event colon input event, does it work in this? It does, I think. Does this work? And if I type else bracket print egg, we have hope. It doesn't work. Oh, wait, the area 2D is on top. It doesn't work. Why do you not work? Okay, debugger. What's going on, champ? Method expected 1 argument, but called with 0. Yeah, it's not getting the event, so this doesn't work. Huh. Yeah, I think it just doesn't detect, like, both in a way which you can differentiate between the two. They overlap. Huh. Area 2D. This also applies to hovering over it as a whole. Because if I get rid of this, then it'll display it. Interesting. I just realized the candle is facing directly up when the helmet is tilted, meaning that when the helmet is right up, this candle's going to be at an angle. The candle was supposed to be tilted on the helmet. I drew the helmet wrong. Bruh. Dude, I'm not sure. How does MTG Arena do this, man? Do you ever click on overlapping cards? You do. Huh. Okay, let me just test for... I have the wrong thing enabled. Let me test for some bugs real quick, just while I'm here. Because I want... If your cards are like this... Yeah, it works the exact way I'd hope it would. Whatever, I'm getting way too distracted with the right-click thing. I cannot think for the life of me how to get this to work. I'm just gonna put it off for now, I guess, and just move on. Because at the very least, I want to get like the hand working so you can actually draw cards. So in my game, there is a max hand size of 7, no matter what. So you will never have more than 7 cards in your hand at once. So didn't we have it working before we added the button back? I can have the right click and the left click working, but then there's the new bug of the cards both getting picked up when they're overlapping, and the reason it doesn't do that is because the button is mutually exclusive and doesn't let other things get pressed at the same time. Like, the reason that this isn't bugged is the reason the other one is. If that makes sense. So I can only have one of them working at a time with the solutions I've found. which is annoying. So, whatever. I'm going to make it that when the game starts, when the scene starts, we gotta sacrifice one of them, yep. And I choose to be able to move the cards around rather than have them be, you know, big on the side of the screen and do nothing other than look pretty. Okay. Play, and then you got the card, okay. So I'm just gonna trigger the draw function 5 times immediately. I don't know if there's a more efficient way to do this. Let me get the music back on. There we go. Whatever, yep, so we're drawing 5 cards, and now I just need to sort them into your hand. So, this seems way harder than I thought it was. Okay, probably having a variable hand is probably a good thing. Hold up, let me think. Yeah, it's probably a good thing. Probably, maybe. Okay, let me think of how to do this first. So, I need to know how to get each individual card's, like, ID, so I can actually sort them. And I need to have cards communicate with the main script, which I don't know how to do. Actually, no, you can do it with signals. I remember doing that before. Alright. This is doable. So, should I do a deck first, actually? Does it make sense to draw cards? Does it make sense to do your hand or your deck first? What do you think, Sugar? Because in my head, I imagined the hand making the most sense. But that kind of depends on... Well, actually, yeah, I guess that does make the most sense, doesn't it? Yeah, you know what, I'll do the hand first. Okay. So... maybe. I did not mean to type that, I'm gonna be honest. I meant to type that. That's also wrong. I'm tired. Don't make fun of me. Okay. Maybe the deck makes more sense. Whatever, I'll just do the hand. Alright, function, hand, sort. Alright. So... I need to tag every single card in my hand. It's alright, bro, we're both tired, but also you're suffering while I'm enjoying the show. Yeah, I'm fulfilling my dream of making a game. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yep, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, let me just focus. Okay, so hand sort is currently just doing nothing. I'm just gonna set it to pass so it's not marked as an error. Variable hand slot. Do I want to do this? This seems like a very janky solution, but I feel like it could work. We just do hand slot 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we just go all the way to 7 and 6. This feels like the worst possible way to program a hand. Yeah, I can hear how happy you are in your voice. Don't give up because I want to keep enjoying the show. Rude. Actually, do I even need hand slots? Let me just do hand size. Okay. Hand size equals 5, because it's always gonna you're always gonna draw 5 cards at the start, so this can just start as a 5. Now, function hand sort. This should happen every time you draw a card. So I should just nest it in here. Can I set something to loop? Loop. How many can I... Okay, can I set something to loop multiple times? Hold up. Turn display capture off. How to make something loop 5 times and Godot. For Ion 5. Great. It's literally just for Ion 5. That's so easy. I think it's for Ion 5. Watch it not be for Ion 5, and I'm just gonna, like, jump for Ion 5. Draw hand sort. Does this work? Wow. That literally does just copy it 5 times. Why does for Ion 5 work? Hold up. Let me do some research. The most common and straightforward way to loop something with specific numbers using for loop with a range function. Interesting. I is a variable in this case. What does I for 5 even mean? I don't know. It was the first result Google AI said, and I was just like, you know what? Sure, I'll try it. And it worked. Why did it work? I don't know. What does for I and range mean? Whatever. I is a variable. I don't understand, man. Why isn't I a variable? I and 5. Well, it's just the number. Because if I do that, now it's 6 cards. Whatever. And then we run hand sort. So hand sort. If... Okay, I need to check each card in my hand. Okay. Okay, jeez. This is annoying. Okay. This is actually such a pain. Okay, I'm just gonna Google it. How do you get a hand sorting algorithm? Do I gotta make my own? I don't want to make my own. How to make a hand sorting algorithm in Godot. If it works, we don't question it. Amen. Not my problem. I'll figure it out later. Okay, Google AI is just a pain. I hate Google AI. Google AI sucks. I don't know how to sort things, man. I need to make a hand at some point, though, and I don't know how to go about making a hand. Because the thing is, I could manually sort the cards, but I don't know. My problem is I don't even know how to grab the cards in the first place. I don't even know how to grab the cards in the first place. Like, how do I pick it? Okay, that's the first step. Let me pick a game object and move it. Because if I run this, I need to figure out where all the nodes are actually stored. Let me make a node that's a child of main, actually, that's just labeled hand. And child, just a node 2D. And we rename it to hand. Great. Now... hand size, is that even... Yeah, it does, okay. This is not a good time to be bad at math. So... let me just do this, and then I can draw the rest of the cards manually. Okay. So, add child. How do I add parent? Hold up. How do I decide which... let me just Google. How do I give a node I make a parent? Because I want them to be all children of the hand. To give a newly created node a parent. Use the parent's add child method, passing the node as an argument. Okay. Is it... How to give orphan a parent? Add... Child... Okay. Add sibling? Does that work? All the... Okay, wait, where are they stored? How are they... How am I supposed to tell where they are? Because in my head I imagined it like, oh, I open this, and then when I open here, they're all going to be displayed here. Wait. Oh, they're in remote. I see. I see. No 2D. No 3D. Yep. Gotcha. Gotcha. So these are all the cards. Okay. So now I have all the cards. I want to see how the naming convention works, though. Because... Let's say I take these three. And then I... kill one of them. You can't kill it here. Oh, why? Let's say I kill this one, and I create another one. Is it at 4, or is it at no 2D? Actually, no, that wouldn't even matter. Okay, I don't think this node actually matters in that case. Let me just take this game. Okay, let's think. Add instance. Okay, I feel like I need to save what the instance is here. Yeah, let's okay. In the draw function, let's call hand sort. Because hand sort is actually always necessary when you draw a new card. And then we'll include instance, which is the instance of the card. Then it is accepting instance. Now we have the instance in the hand sort. So now we can use the hand sort to do stuff with it. So let's just take instance dot position equals, let's just go 500, 500. Does this move it? You crash. Expected end of statement after expression found. Okay, I found a comma. Bam. Nope. Okay, how do I alter the position? Well, because that's the variable. Because I added the child. How do I refer to the child? Okay, let me just Google it. How to refer to child node you create in Godot. Because it doesn't have a recognizable name since it's something I made, so I feel like I need to keep track of it. You've seen unique names. That doesn't work. How to refer to a child node you create in Godot with the instantiate. Store the reference returned by the instantiate method variable. This variable is your direct access to the new node and its properties and functions. Okay, preload, view enemy instance. Okay. So instance dot position equals vector 2. Let's just do 500, comma 500. Does this work, or does it crash? There we go! It's in a different position. Okay. So 1920. Why am I so stupid? It's so obvious. Is that even right? That's wrong. Whatever. Is that wrong? That's not wrong. I'm a moron. And we'll just have it rest in the bottom of the screen. If I do 0, what happens? It's at the top. Okay. 220 makes you go down, though. Okay, so it's literally like 1080. Bam. There we go. Now, okay, I should make cards in hand a child of something to keep track of them. I have to change the parent node. How do I change the parent of a node I create with instantiate in Godot? Wow, I didn't misspell a single word in that sentence. That's impressive. You could use the reparent method. Gotcha. Add child instance. How do you tell who you're adding it as a child to? Or actually, hold up. Let me just do add node 2D hand. So new parents, yes. New parents. How do you add child to a specific parent? Add child, hold up. Reparent. How does reparent work? Let's check reparent. Reparent. Not that. Let's take you. Where do I put this? Let me select the thing. Let me go back. Okay. Reparent. Ah, so it's just the instantiated node dot reparent the new parent. Gotcha. Wait, so if I just go instance dot reparent, bam, and open, remote, and they're all children of the hand. Okay, that worked. That went smooth. That went suspiciously smooth. Okay. I'm like sketched out. Nothing should be this easy. Something's wrong. Or am I starting to understand this? I don't like how light my understanding of this stuff is. I feel like it could be better. Where the heck did you go? Eh? What? Oh, God. Oh! I know what's wrong. Okay. Card held in the hand equals true. Let's, okay. Let's think. So the issue is, the card's position is adjusted. So, on this card, it's 0-0, because the card is at the dead center of the grid. But the way that I move the card is by adjusting its position. But when I pick it up, it doesn't set the position to 0-0. So when I hold it down, I need to like set dot position. Does this work? Whatever. How do I change this? I need to change the card's position to... Can I just type position? I need to change it to 0-0. Position equals 0. 0. Why is it doing this? Oh. Vector 2, parentheses, 0, comma 0. That's what I needed to do. Keep forgetting about vector 2s. Okay. Bam. Pick up. Oh my god, I'm so handsome. Oh my god, I'm so handsome and funny. Okay, now the draw to the hand. There we go. Okay, there we go. Where's the hand's position? Ah, I shouldn't... Hold up, just making them apparent. Wait, let me try running this. And the cards are invisible. Okay. Learn something new. I don't need to adjust card positions at all, because the card positions are inherent to the parent. So, excuse me? What? I'm so confused. Wait, why is it there? Wait, I thought they would change position to there. Wait, what? Wait, why is it changing that? Position equals vector 2 main.gd. Are they only updating? Wait, what? Dot reparent to the hand. Never mind, I'm going back. I thought by moving the hand down, its children nodes would be in the same position as it. So if I drag this here and then make it a child of this, and then move the hand around, they're tied together. I still need to set the original position, I think. Let me just put the hand back. Or do I want to move it to the position that I put here? You know what, let me actually try that. Position X is 960, Y is 1080. Yep, that's the bottom of the screen, in the middle. Dwarf Minor. Draw. It's off screen because it's setting the position really low. So, if I go to the main script and change this to 0, what happens? Cards are back in the default spot. And now they're disappearing into the void when they go on my cursor. Why is that? Two. Huh? Do I even need to do this now? Or is it just fine? Bam, drag. Okay, yeah, they teleport into the void. Can I see on the game view? That's not right. Can I see on the 2D view where they have gone? I don't think I can. It annoys me that the 2D view doesn't update like this, because I'm curious where these are. Because if I go to game and then I draw a card, it doesn't appear on here, even though it appears on here. And I can toggle the visibility on it. What is the position of these, actually? I can check, can't I? It's 0, 0. Scale is normal. Interesting. They're just disappearing. Why are they disappearing? Can I move, like, the hand node up? Does that help me learn anything? They just disappear when I click them, instead of being moved. Why would they be doing that? Position vector equals 0, 0. Okay, so it's changing the card's position to 0, 0, which should be the center of the hand. And then this is changing the position to 0, 0, which should still be the hand. Why are they disappearing? They went to the back rooms from your coding. Wow. Wow. They just don't want to see this atrocity of a game get made. They're in the bottom... Why are they in the bottom left? Because if I go here, and then I move this up, and then I click on these, they're fine now. Okay, so it's actively moving this that's the problem. Because if I go here, and then go here, it's down. I see. Okay. The card does not get put in a proper offset to compensate for where the node 2D is. Gotcha. So I think it just makes sense to offset the cards properly like I had done originally. So 960, 1080. And then they're like this. Yeah. Okay, if I don't do this, bugs happen. I could figure it out, probably. But, this feels like the path of least resistance, which is the path of most efficiency. And by that, I mean I'm too lazy to find any other path, so we're doing the less efficient option. Okay. Hand size equals 3. How do I actually decide the hand size? So, okay, my hand is going to be made up of 7 cards max, which means I don't need to do a fancy algorithm to decide where cards go. I can just put them there manually. So all I have to do is program 7 combinations of the way your hand can be sorted, and then just go from there. Because I could take... Hold up. And then we do... Instance... equals... card slot 1. Does that make sense? Okay, let me think about this. So I need to come up with all 7 cards that could be in the hand. And then I need to put them in the right positions to where it looks nice. And then... My problem is just how do I decide which cards go where? Because I feel like, hand sort takes instances as well as... All the card positions. Okay, I'm confused already. Can I make this take all of its children and just deal? Okay, hold up. How to make a node list all of its children in Godot. Get children, which returns an array. Gotcha. So just get children. And then, can I just do, hold up. Okay, then it returns an array. Oh, get children, okay. So, variable, cards in hand. Let me just manually do this. Equals... Or no, variable... Why did I separate it like that? Variable cards in hand, like that, and then array. The formatting on arrays doesn't make sense to me. Node equals get children. Cannot find type node in the current scope. Does this need to be at the top? Or no, I didn't capitalize node. Is that the issue? There we go. Okay, so now we have an array, and then I can print cards in hand. I need brackets. Not brackets, parentheses. Bam. Now whenever we draw a card, it should list the sprites. Okay. Now we have them in an array. Okay. Now, how do I take the array and count how many is in it? How to count how many items are in an array in Godot. Variable hand size. Okay, so one of them is the cards in hand. Then hand size is going to be how many cards are in hand. So one is the cards in your hand, one is how many cards in hand. I should probably come up with a better naming scheme for these, but you know what? I'm lazy. Okay. Variable hand size. Why is my brain shutting down? What's going on? So equals cards in hand dot size. Does this work? Print hand size. Great. That's wrong. What? Why did it print 2 3 times? It was supposed to print 1, 2, and then 3. That's not great. It's checking the main node, isn't it? It's checking deck and hand, isn't it? Variable cards in hand, array node equals get children. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's checking the main variable. Math isn't mathing. It's checking these two. It's not checking the children of the hand. That's the issue, I think. How do I check the children for a node in Godot? Okay. Do I need to add a script in hand size? How do I check a children for a node that the script isn't in Godot? Hello, Megabyte TTV. Thank you for the follow. I'm trying to... I am so unbelievably bad at programming. I have no idea what's going on. I just want to get how many children this hand has. I've been doing this for 4 hours and I have this. I can drag cards around, that's it. Okay, I want to access the children of a node that your current script is not in. You need to first get a reference to target that node using its path in the scene tree. You can use methods like get children or get child. Get node. Okay. I am so unbelievably confused right now. Okay, target. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Variable target node equals get node. Path to target node. Target node. How? Okay. Children. Target node dot get children. Okay. So this needs to equal hand dot get children, I think. Is that all I needed to do? What is your card game about? I'm imagining like Magic the Gathering, but not complete garbage. Like you just play cards, fight other players, make cool decks. The numbers add up. There is a god. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. And then I push the button. Hold up, let me push the button. 4. 5. We have basic addition. Oh my god. This is amazing. Why can't I can't tab out? Oh dear god, I can't tab out. There we go, okay. 22. Great! Magic the Gathering is a really hard card game to explain, and so is mine, since basically the entire game is technical jargon. I'm gonna make a dedicated YouTube video explaining the rules to my card game in copious detail. But as of now, I haven't made that video, so the only thing that has the rules is my head, and I'm really bad at explaining things unless I specifically plan to explain something and have a lot of time to think about how to go about explaining it the best, so... Kinda gotta just wait until I make a video. Okay, variable... Okay. We know how many cards are in hand. That's good. We know exactly which cards are in hand. So... I think I could probably make a hand smoothing algorithm, actually. I'm gonna be honest, I'm saving that for, like, next programming stream. Is this gonna be a 99-cent Steam special? Yeah, with a test key. It's gonna be free on Steam. It's gonna be free. I wouldn't. I like making my games free. I like the idea of it. Maybe I'll want to make money off of it, but like at some point I want to make a Souls-like, and I just don't want to charge people for it because I just feel bad. Like I want people to play my games. I don't want it to be paid. Oh my god, it's so great. Can't you just imagine the cards being sorted? All being rotated, all nice. Just all like this. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great when it happens in 14 years, and then you hover over it and all the cards come up. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna follow a YouTube tutorial to get the hand size because I'm way too lazy to do the math that smooths the hand and makes it look nice. I've been gone over an hour and you're still stacking men? What else would I do? What do you do other than stack men in video games, bro? Well, I've been live for almost 4 hours, and I don't think I have the time to really do anything else of note, so, I'm gonna go now. See you guys later. And enjoy the sweaty men when the game releases. Make sure I need to come up with a Steam page as soon as possible. Just so you guys can all wishlist it. But yeah, I'm going now. See ya. Yep, definitely won't see you again tonight, no Chio. 0 chance. Literally no way. Well, bye-bye.